Good afternoon. I'm here at my house at my work table, and I wanted to show you how to propagate rosemary. I'm trying to propagate some little cedar trees too, but propagating rosemary is not too difficult. You can do it with some rooting powder, and I've got this. I had this for quite a while, the Garden Safe Take Root. You can use any kind. I don't have any preference. This is the first one that I bought. I think it was maybe $5 or $6. Or you can do it by water. I tried it by water, and the roots sprouted, but the plants were not successful after I planted them. So I had more success with the rooting powder. So I wanted to show you the whole process. So I'm going to take you over to where I have some rosemary, and I hope I can do this all one-handed. So hold on. Okay, June or July, I think it's July 2nd now, is the perfect time to try to propagate things. I don't plant a lot of stuff. I kind of propagate my herbs or flowers or whatever. So, it's kind of expensive to keep buying plants. And this is rosemary that I propagated last year. I think this is like one plant, 2, maybe 3. I propagated that lavender back there. So anyway, you want to get something that is like really soft. Rosemary can get really hard and woody, and I don't know if you can see because of the sun down here, like this is stiff. Now this, you can still use this, but you would have to scar it. So I'm using the fresh cut here up at the top where it's still growing. So, and you don't want to cut the whole rosemary bush because then it just never recover. So I'm going to snip me a top piece like that. I'm going to go back over to my work table. Okay, I got to run over here, and I'm hoping you'll be able to see everything. So I got the rosemary that I cut. You need to keep it in some water. I have a small pot that I prepared. I have a lot of peat moss, and you can use vermiculite or perlite, worm castings, whatever. And you want to moist it, keep it moist. And so you can use a pencil, whatever you want to do. I just always use my finger. Poke a hole. I always put my rooting powder in a cap. And everybody says not to do this. You can get disease and everything. But I don't want to waste my rooting powder, so I always dump it back in there. You're not supposed to, but I do it anyway. So, and what you do, you have to strip. Hoping you'll be able to see this. Some of the bottom leaves. And I always save everything because I compost. You strip everything about down to here, a couple of inches. And then if you were doing a flower, it's always the same process. If there was a flower on something, you would cut the flower off so it won't spend its energy trying to make another flower. And then you can propagate. So you want to make sure it's wet. And you dip it into the rooting powder. And then push it down. And squish it down. You want to make sure your soil is nice and compact, not like really tight, but you don't want to like bounce around really loose. And I always wet everything again, but that's just kind of, hoping I don't get my phone all dirty. That's kind of the process. And so you let them, you don't put them in the direct sun. You leave them kind of in partial shade or shade for a couple of weeks, and keep them moist, not like soak them wet. So, and see how they're doing. I always do more plants than I really need because you're probably going to lose a few. And if you have too many, then you can give some to a friend or whatever. I'm doing this for herb sale for my herb group, and we have some other things going in my rosemary and thyme group. So hey ladies, and I'll probably give some away, and I might plant some more. Rosemary is great for cooking. For your meats, it's good for colds. So rosemary is good for anything, a lot of different things. And also it's just a beautiful bush for landscaping. You just use it for landscaping. So, you know, and then you can make more plants. So I hope this was informative. Hope, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Talk to you later.